Good morning, guys. Racing is from Fairview Poly today. Standard track, very little rain, 3.5 millimeters in the last 7 days, and standard track condition on the Poly. We start off in the first, and it looks like a bit of a two-horse race between Els Lass and Just So Easy. You can see their back figures for these two is quite a bit better than the rest. Then there's next best for me is Isn't It Bliss? Isn't It Bliss is yeah, maybe a bit of a roughie because it's at 16 to 1, but the fact that it's drifting from 4 to 1 to 16 to 1 is a bit of a worry. And then Alluring, Chrissy's Gold, Inogen, Field Dancer, and Wonder Woman. That's all for Trifecta Quartets. In the second, Janssen van Vuren brings two to the Fairview Poly track, and it is believed to say that Emerald Flow is just a easy win, and he might well be because the Turffontein track is obviously a much more difficult track, but we try and predict the level of difficulty between these two, and he does have a decent 1600 gravel poly run where he finished second on his 59.98. So that does look like he's well in it here. The one run that I really like from the Monte, and this is purely based on what the merit ratings from the different handicappers, the Transvaal and the Eastern Cape handicappers, does bring up the Monte here with a nice 3.76 bat figure. And then his 1400 grass form is no good, but his 1400 and 1600 poly is pretty good. So him and Emerald Flow looks like the first two here for me. And then for third, Kingsport, definitely some improvement still expected. He's debuting on the poly and might therefore just be much better on the poly. And then I've got a Ruffy Captain, Homer Fidget, Amazon Tune, and Captain Calico, along with Whiffler's Joy. Now, interesting that Whiffler's Joy is at 50 to 1 and has the best bat 42. So that is a little bit concerning. That was on the 1200 grass though, so his 14.88 on the poly is not as good. But maybe he's got a bit of a place chance. So yeah, Emerald Flow and Hober Fidget and King's Fort is basically the three most hopefuls for me. In the third, I know Flying Thunder is betting suggests that it's just a penalty kick, but I think that this is more open than that. Chai, Sunshine Beach, absolutely fab. Sophia's Jewel, Billy Ann, Prancing Oscar, they all got some sort of chance in this race. Small fields, big upsets. Race 4. Yeah, it could be a Greef competition. Green Dragon, Miss Orange, and Calandra. And the 14 to 1 Seeking Wisdom has popped in third place there for Sharon Kotson, in case Sharon Kotson and Flying Thunder is attempting the double there. Then fifth is Onesie, Magic Miller, and Cruise Along is next best. In the fifth, now Philos and Nippy Sweetie seems again Greef as the two most prominent ones. Greef does have the hand here, and Philos is potentially the right one for the double if you look at Greef winning the fourth. And his bat curve, bat 42.84 and 168, everything looks a little bit better than Nippy Sweetie. Yes, the two runs with Greg Shane has both been wins. Fillies and Mares 70 and Fillies and Mares 80, carrying 61 and 60. But Teak Gould was on a merit rate of 94 on the last chance, and that was a zero bat with a 59.82 adjusted time, which competes very well against the 59.63 adjusted time here. So I think Philos and Nippy Sweetie has both got similar chances. Ruffy for you is Meerkat, Norfolk Pine is my fourth best. Let's Blaze, bit of a roughie as well. If he can improve his previous runs and the best exact course distance bet. And then Sailing Lizard, I've only got it sixth, unfortunately. Boxcar and Master Newman is the last two. In the sixth race, here we have two Gavin Smith runners. Turn it up, Harvey and Nixon is my first two, with Frankie Two Shoes my third choice. Popsicle Toes, the favorite in fourth, All in Line in fifth, and Captain's Viscosity Dancer, the next best for quartet purposes. In the seventh, Pluvierville looked pretty decent here, but again it's a Gavin Smith double. So Gavin Smith double in the sixth and the seventh, and Greef double in the fourth and the fifth. Here, Pluvierville and J Fizz. Pluvierville's got a little bit more on the better on the bat figures, but J Fizz is very close together. Then Derry is my third choice. I've thrown in a very big roughie here at Wangan Midnight and in fourth, dropping the blinkers, and he does have the best stat form and intent. 33% on both of those to win. Bomb Curve 20% to win, and Exotic Ranking 27% to win. So that is a little bit of a roughie considering those kind of stats at 22 to 1. And then I think Latest Craze at 22 to 1 is also a little bit of a roughie in this race. And then we move on to the eighth, which is the best bet for me on the card, Mesmerizing Moon. Second best is Forward March. And then an interesting pick from the AI is Huperniaco at 30 to 1. 53 kilos, pacifiers on, best bump curve, and some hidden 9.7 and 7.7 bat figures here. If you look at the bat 84 form, is right up there. If you look at the bat 168 form, he's actually second. So interesting little roughie that Hupernicao. Another roughie, Cinderella Beautiful, another one that's been hiding here on one bad run and then coming back. So at 222 to 1s that could upset the apple cart, and even Natural Jade with Mokotwa taking the ride. You can see that these two, 21% and 42% to place, is quite a good combination. So taking a little bit of a chance, either bankering Mesmerizing Moon, and if you don't banker him, then all of 7, 14, 11 and 10 comes into the race. Just to show you what that banker looks like, or my best bet on the card. Ranking average 2.76 on Mesmerizing Moon, and then the next best is a 4.3 for Forward March. So quite a nice little gap there on the ranking average of ranking all 20 indicators. It's got an average of 2.76. It could be the best is a 1 average, of course, if you're first in everything. But if you're not first in everything like this 9 here, or medium speed takes him out a bit. But he's got a lot of firsts here, and a bump curve a third, all in all a 2.76 on the ranking average, which is pretty good for a 3 to 1 shot, so I'll make that my banker today. In the seventh, you can see why I'm looking at Smith and Ramzan, Smith and Smith here for the double. Let's do that again. In the sixth, here I'm also looking at Smith 3.55 on Turn It Up Harvey, and then Mokotwa, Sharon Kotson, Frankie Two Shoes, and then a 4.65 on Nixon. So that's a bit of a Smith intentions again. Yeah, I've got the Greef intentions 2.39 and 3.14 for the two Greef runners in race 5, Philos and Nippy Sweetie. And race 4, also the twee Greef, Green Dragon, Miss Orange, and even also Calandra. So wouldn't be surprised if they popping together with Mokotwa and Seeking Wisdom, the roughie there. In the third, 2.5 is Sharon Kotson and Flying Thunder, but 3.24 on Jock Straydom, on Chai, 3.5 Sunshine Beach, 3.96, 4.2, 4.6, so very close together. In the second, looks like a De Monte on the 3.24 here, and Janse van Vuren on a 4.48. So De Monte may be a little bit of a value bet for me. And then in the first, Sharon Coxon and Els Lass 2.76. Second best, Gavin Smith 3.41 on Just So Easy. Okay, guys, that's it from me. Have a great day.